So just in regard to, I suppose how things are going to go for the rest of the year, Conor, is there any, specific areas that you can see kind of, growth in, as in, say job titles or job, job specifics or industry specific, or where can you see growth coming from this year?
Pharma is obviously going to be very busy, will continue to be very busy. I think automation is just something that is going to flourish. I would advise anybody who can see a huge skill shortage in anything electrical. Seems to have it would always have been peaks and troughs where you'd have a trough in mechanical and a lot of electrical graduates coming out of college. Electrical graduates at the moment are very hard to find, whether that's construction, pharmaceutical. To go into construction, go into pharmaceutical, go into manufacturing, they're just not there. The same, I would say, you're looking at process engineers, someone who's going to help the guys when there's change required, who can go in and look at metrics, reliability again, because look, machines are going to run, people are not going to be able to work that where we're going to work, and we're going into a more automated environment. So reliability again, and looking at something that I never really, I suppose, in my 5 years in recruiting and engineering with Brightwater, I'm seeing an awful lot of demand now in utilities. How we're going to, like, our footprint and what our wastewater is going to be like, and what our expenditure is on electricity and stuff like that, and how we can manage that. It's a huge growth area for recruitment. Environmental, again, the impact we're all looking at, I suppose, a changing world in which we live in, and environmental engineers again are going to have a huge say in what we're doing. So, and look, health and safety people, whether that's construction, manufacturing, the whole way across, even into facilities, there's huge demand. I do think that there are shortages in trades, qualified tradespeople, or people who are prepared to look at trades in the manufacturing area. Yes, look, it's construction. Most people think when I say electrician or I say fitter, they think of someone who's working on a building site, or who's doing an installation job in Intel or something like that. But
Yeah.
like, there are really good jobs for people who are, trade qualified, tool makers, CNC people, electricians, fitters, who are going to go in. And a lot of the guys who've gone in into manufacturing, if you look at pre I suppose 2009, the worst recession, I think that in 40 years, I think someone said, that they've all done really well. Their companies, will you go into some of these companies, you will get a degree. A lot of them have gone on, and they're now engineering managers, they're head of engineering, they're directors, because I suppose they've come up, they understand how things work, from a very much how the GOs work on the line, or the general operatives work on the line, I should say, all the way up into the way the maintenance people fix them. They understand the processes, and they're all doing really well. And I said, like, I wouldn't ignore the trade. I'd never ignore the trade route, or an engineering route, because a lot of the people who, it's very much a step-by-step process. While accounting is a step-by-step process, but you have to understand the whole process of the business for it to work.